So what you have is pretty much an extended puzzle game. And then they put some combat in it. Okay, let me put it this way. You can put combat in a game and then put puzzles in it, and it will work. I've played great games with that concept, and I've played terrible games with that concept. I've played great games where it's mostly just combat. And I've played great games where they've also had combat, even though they're made by criminals. And then I just played games that are criminally bad that are just combat. I completely forgot where I was going with that rant, but I'm sure it had puzzles in there somewhere. The point is, you can put puzzles as a secondary to combat if the combat's the focus of the game. But if the game is a puzzle-based game and you put combat in it, essentially what you have is a puzzle game that's half-assed. Let me word this a different way. You make Tetris, but you have to play it with the Rock Band drum controller. Think about that. Oh, and you have a machine gun that you can't use until your opponent has already eliminated a block. Okay, I'm really struggling for an example here. Okay. You're playing Angry Birds, but it's in the first oh god, actually that'd be awesome. No, wait, got it. You're playing Angry Birds, but the pigs can attack you, and you can't do a damn thing until you make your strategy and then attack the pigs. But in order to make your strategy, you have to go to your map, plan it out, plot where you're going to put your slingshot, and then attack them. But while you're doing this, they're attacking you. Did I mention I played games that are just criminally bad? Can I just put this on that list too?
You excuse the hysterics here for a second. I have this love-hate relationship with the Saw series. The first movie was a clever concept, and if it didn't take off as well as it did, it would have been even better because we wouldn't have convoluted sequel making an even more convoluted storyline. When you make a pop culture phenomena like this, though, where it spreads to video games, novels, TV, yeah, there was a Saw TV show in the works for a bit there too, and I think it still is, I'm not sure. You gotta start thinking where they're going with the series. Now, an important thing to note is Konami, after the first game sold as well as it did, was thinking, hey, we can make this our next survival horror series without having to worry about Silent Hill being competing. They can run alongside each other being different genres. Silent Hill's the psychological horror. This is the visceral, oh my god, don't look, it's going to scare you horror. It's kind of hard to believe that when you see this game in practice and execution. Because the game is not horrifying. It is just absolutely bad. It's like no one could take this game seriously. Not the reviewers, not the players, and sure as hell not the writers of this game.
So you have two playable characters in that game. You have Campbell, who is as white bread as they come. He's just a guy who is put in the same trap as one of the Saw movies because the designers had to salute it in some way other than having Jigsaw and... Seriously, why was that in there? But anyway, so you have Campbell, and you have Tap's son. But the only way you can beat the game with Tap's son is if Campbell dies in the intro. But the dumbasses who made this game... Campbell's intro, if you die at any other point than the end of it, the game is over. Why? Because that just means at the end of his intro, when he's at the same place where Tap is, that's the only place you can die. I mean, it works if you're playing some game where you're playing a victim of an assassination who you know is going to die at the end of the game, but if he dies at that point, his story's incomplete. It doesn't work for this when you have another character who could survive based on the survival of the first character. If Tap lives and goes to the elevator, that means Campbell died. But if Campbell dies, Tap lives. Isn't it logical to think that maybe if Campbell died before he reached that point, Tap would fucking live? You can't even blame tension for that. Because there is none. It's one of those things that serves as a, oh my god, it's so shocking plot. And ultimately, when you really think about it, you go, well, that was pretty damn stupid.
The story follows Michael Tapp searching for clues for his missing father. The thing is, it doesn't just follow him. It also follows, in the very beginning of the game, a man named Campbell, whose son was missing and he was dying of cancer, I think. Seriously, he's not memorable. But if he doesn't survive the game, that's the only way you can beat it and get a good ending. He has to die in order for Tap's son to live. And now, this is this is where it gets really fucked up. He has to die at one point. If he doesn't die at that point, you're screwed. If he dies before that point, you lose the game. If he dies after that point, you get the bad ending. With the trophy that flips you off. You thought I was joking? I am not kidding. There's a trophy that flips you off.
The question you have to be asking yourself about the story is, where was Tap's son in any of the movies? I mean, the first Soul game built on Detective Tap. It gave him his own puzzle and was, in fact, kind of alluded to in the movies. This one, oh, by the way, he has a son that no one knew about. And for that matter, what about these other people that are in his traps? What about Campbell? Where was he in the movies? What about everyone you fucking save in this movie? What about the nurse that's only seen in the first movie having an affair with Dr. Lawrence? And then you have to save her in this because somehow Tap ruined her life. And she killed him, even though we know for a fact that she didn't. Spoiler alert. Since Saw 1 is canon with the movies, I mean Saw 1 the game, if you get the best ending, Tap kills himself. It's not because of everybody. It's not because of Dr. Lawrence, it's not because of his nurse, it's not because of Michael Emerson, who looks creepy yet everyone thinks he's attractive, at least NBC does. It's because of Jigsaw. Wait a minute. Why the hell did Jigsaw put himself in a trap? He just ruined someone's life, he caused someone to kill himself, he broke his own fucking code! I think I now know why this game has a trophy that has a picture of a guy flipping you off. Oh, you don't believe me? You don't? You could chain me to a bathtub in a scuzzy-ass gas station bathroom that has a bathtub for some reason, and I still would not play this fucking game! Not again. Oh, not again. Oh. Let me try that again. Oh, let's see, November. What do I have on my list in November? It's got... Yeah, I know. I said they're gonna kill me, but I lied. What? I gotta get you people to pay attention to me somehow. God, I'm an attention drama whore type guy. Don't look so shocked. Like an Alzheimer's patient, I swear I come back to Saul 2. What is this doing? I would rather find Grecian robot girls than play this game again. I better not have to do this for November. I'm gonna check. Let's see, November. Hey. Well, I can officially say that I'm gonna have race groups after me now. Probably German ones. I'm so sorry, mind peoples. Schnitzel, yo! That didn't help. Help.